Here's the River Mountain Loop trailhead off Equestrian and Foothills Drive over there. As you can see, it's a paved parking lot with a bathroom that is well maintained. The River Mountain Loop is a paved trail, so if you are walking on it in hiking shoes, it will wear on your feet, but today's trail should not be more than a half mile, I'm hoping, on this paved surface. And our goal is to go up into these hills here and see what's up there. So as you're coming up the River Mountain Loop trail, you will see the water treatment plant. I think it's the Richard Bunker water treatment plant, and do take care. There are a lot of cyclists on this trail. So just as you round the bend of the water treatment facility, there'll be a dirt trail off to the left here, or right, sorry. It says, as you can see, bike and horse trail, authorized vehicles only. And that's going to take us off the pavement, which is, we just spent the last 0.68 miles on the pavement, so we don't want any more of that. After climbing the big steep hill at the base of the water treatment plant or power substation here, and you get rewarded with a pretty good view of the valley. And you can see all the cyclists on the River Mountain Loop today. So when you get up here, it might look like it's a dead end, but instead of going down the road there and back up again, if you come around the corner over here, there's a little trail here. It's not well marked. Probably have more cairns. Well, then it just cuts straight across there to the trail, so you don't have to go up and down, save you some exercise. Once you get on the other side of the mountain, there's a long flat road up there. That's our goal. And there's a big detention basin there. We want to get up and over that. I'll go to the left a little bit there, up to that power pole there, and then up over the top. So when you get to the top of this earthen detention basin, you get a good overlook of the rest of the trail. So we're going to go down over there on the left, the north side, and we'll head across the valley, pretty roughly following the power lines to the other end of the mountains, and then just make a big circle back here on the south side and head back to the car. So if you come down the north side of the detention basin, just as you round the corner, you'll find this interesting artwork here on this part of it. There's quite a bit here. After leaving the detention basin, coming north, you will reach this fork in the road. And I'll be taking the right fork as we're gradually making a big clockwise circle here. So when we reach this little fork here, the road continues to the right, the wash continues to the left. We're going to take that because if we continue to the right, it's going to make for a short loop. The left will get us onto a different road. So when you reach the end of that ravine, which is pretty windless, by the way, also looks like it has an old washing machine in it that people are using for target practice. You'll reach the open area here. There's the power lines it will be roughly following. And those are going to lead us off to the base of those mountains, which is our turnaround. So as we're walking down the power line road, you'll see in the distance another set of power lines beyond the ones we're on. Those lines are the ones converging with us. That'll be our return trip back. And our destination is over there, that little fork between the two mountains. Saddle, I should say. Near the end of the power line road, you will actually reach the Lake Mead boundary here. The actual name of the road, West River Mountains Road, signed Route 154. And you pass through this fence here, which has no gate, and very shortly after we will hit our turnaround point. Alright, we have reached our turnaround point here. It is a road turning off to the right here, going back toward town, as you can see way in the distance out there. There's also a ton of wildflowers out here today, being this is actually March 20th. You can see all the yellow ones are over there. There's quite a bit of the white ones also today. Also, the road does go further up into the hills, but I believe it is a dead end. I'm not going up there today because it's a little warm today, so we'll be skipping it. Walking the return trail to town, you may notice on your left there that strange flat looking structure. That's the navigational beacon at the top of the red and black mountain at the River Mountain Trail in Boulder City. We're just seeing it from the other side today. Here's a trail to the top of that. So eventually when you hit the main power lines here, the metal ones, you get to this U-shaped fork in the road here. I believe we're just going to go down to the bottom here on the left and just continue off to the right toward town. It really doesn't matter which way you go as long as you keep going toward town. So on the return trip here heading back toward town, there's two parallel sets of power poles. The skinny metal poles on the right, and then the much wider multi-leg poles here. The multi-leg poles will take us a more direct route back to the car. The single poles take us back to that detention basin, which you could also go if you wanted to return the same way we initially came in. But for variety's sake, we'll stay on this one. Now, when you reach the dam in the distance here, there's a pile of tires and roads heading off in various directions. I'm going to head off to the left here. There's a road up there. There's also a road hiding just behind that mound over there. We're going to go that way. And once you get up here to the power lines, we just keep following the power lines. There's a couple parallel roads. I usually go for the one that's more level. It's just easier to walk on. Okay, this is when you reach near the end here where the little peak of the hill is. You'll see town coming into view. Another side road down there. Don't try going down into the ravine down there where that little wash is. It leads to a dead end. It's just a dry waterfall with a cliff. What you want to do, you might look like you want to go right here where it's lower, but that actually is just going to loop you around in a circle. You'll come right back where you started. You actually have to go up the hill just a little more, and then you'll reach your exit. And it's also March, so the prickly pears are out right now. So on the way out here, you can follow this road. Looks like it's really steep, or I think you're much better off on the left here following what looks like an actual trail that'll take you down and around. Then we'll get to the bottom down there where the power lines are, and it's a pretty straight shot from there. Now it doesn't look like there's any actual direct route if you want to stay off the paved trail.